fold, everyone.
Fold, 4 fold, 5 fold. 6 fold, 7 fold. 8 folds, option. 9 checks. 3 runners.
And it's a big welcome to the Vista Hotel in Sydney as you join us mid-hand, this very first hand of the final table here, the Dracakis Players Championship.
Yeah, and we can see some familiar faces already.
And hopefully some familiar voices. That is the dulcet tones of Craig Abernathy. Welcome, Craig. Joining me, Harvey Silver, for our first full-on broadcast of these New South Wales Championships. The boys have been doing a great job holding the fort up till now.
Yeah, and it's great to be in the commentary box for the first time this week. So, yeah, looking forward to it, and good to see you, Harvey.
Just see how this plays out here. Let's go and check. And Lockie Crilly, who will be familiar to many of our viewers, takes a little pot there. There's our chip count for our final 9. This has been a incredibly popular event. Busted the guarantee by plenty, Craig, and we've got some, as you said, some very familiar faces on this final table.
Yeah, and it's, you know, as you said, they busted the guarantee. You can see the payouts up there on the screen in the chat. 41k up top. So, these players will be looking to catch some serious prize money, and it's only early on in the series too. Still plenty left to do. Plenty of events to be played out, and we're just getting started.
2 fold.
We're going to tell you about our venue as we go on. This is an absolutely sensational room. We just keep getting better here on the Australian Poker Tour. I thought our last league in Melbourne was something special. We had that beautiful final table up on the 41st floor. It was a bit of a James Bond type feel. This one is very much a Vegas feel in this room. Big room, lots of tables, noisy. And I've never been to the Bella Vista Hotel, but this is a pretty sensational joint.
Yeah, and it's only going to get better. I was here early on in the series. I might just have a look at this hand.
Absolutely.
First.
Have a look at what we've got brewing here.
Yeah, big hands. So it looks like we've had the open from Ling, who's a Sydney local, one of the better females in the area too. She's always no stranger to these final tables. And she's opened the Ace King. She's got 3-bet by Lewis, and Jim's
7 fold.
hand to hand a 4-bet.
1 fold. 1 fold.
So, yeah, I mean, Ling would have played a bit with Jim too, so I'm not sure how often Jim finds a 4-bet here on a final table too, so Ling's probably a bit concerned at this point, but I don't know if we're going to see anything other than a 5-bet. There is a lot of ICM considered. Oh, she
Out
folds.
she goes. Wow.
And that's, you know, that is a very good fold in this position. You know,
Absolutely.
I'm not sure too many other people are going to fold there, but I believe that Ling's that's a very exploitative fold, I believe. You know, just knowing Jim, he is no stranger to final tables. But yeah, I'm not sure what his 4-bet percentage would be, particularly, as I said, in this spot. A lot of money up top in the final table. He's going to have a very strong hand, and Lynn has detected that, made a very good fold, and now Lewis is...
Well, Lewis isn't folding queens, surely.
That means, yeah, if Lynn rejams there, then Lewis can get away.
Yes.
So it's kind of sick in that sense, right? A lot of players, you know, if you're playing... You know, some of the strategies would put the 5-bet jam in there with Ace King, and then Lewis can probably get away from queens. But he's still in that predicament, though. He knows Jim's probably
He
tight.
has folded. Oh my lord!
Wow! That's just. I mean, that's exploitative play, and that's. We saw Joe Hashim fold kings over in Las Vegas last year in the World Championship, and that was, you know, incredible. It was the right fold.
Well, that was the right fold too, but that's amazing.
That is amazing.
All right, we buckle up, everyone. We're going to see some real good poker here tonight. If someone on the second hand there can fold queens,
No.
If anyone's
like king.
I had 10-8 suited.
they could possibly text him now and say, listen, you've got the opportunity to get a bit out of line, because these guys are folding big hands.
well, they're going to find out themselves. We're obviously streaming here a half an hour behind, and we're in the box here and have no idea what's going on there live, of course, because we're commentating this as you're seeing it at home. So, yes, if you were to let him know, but he's not going to be able to tell anyway, because you can't use your phone at the table. But I'm a little stunned. That was, what a fold! Wow.
Yeah, and it's only early on the broadcast too. So you know, I wonder. A lot of people are going to miss that. We'll have to rewind that one already.
Yes.
Make a note of that one.
So Nicholas gets a nice flop there. Hits the queen.
Yep, top pair, and Dane, who's... What was this pot? No, this was a limp pot. That's why 3-2 offsuits in their hand. There was no raise from the small blind, so...
So
the dirty diaper we call the 3-2 offsuit.
yeah, we'll see if Nicholas checks again here. Gives Dane a chance to hit that gut shot. He's not going to. Bets out.
That was the... I just kept going through my head.
Bit of posturing here. I'm sure that's going into the muck.
Yeah, quick fold, and I think that'll be a reasonably quick
There
fold
it is.
there. Yeah.
So
Yeah, what we were saying is the venue. I got here at the start, and you know, it took a lot of setting up. I believe this venue is almost brand new in terms of this room, because it looks like they're going to be doing some bigger stuff here with concerts and that as well. It's really decked out, and the team that bumped in here did an amazing job. It's come up really well. Great venue, and outside as well. The restaurant, the bars, the tab, the gaming area, everything.
It's a sports bar out there.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
No, it's if you haven't been here, get down. I came down to sort of scope this out a few weeks back, and it was way short of finished. I thought, oh, really? But they've done a massive job over the last few weeks. It was basically a concrete shell, this room, when I came, and looked like it was just perfect for an AC/DC concert or something like that, and it still does. It's a huge room. They're going to have some big concerts in here at some point. Just getting asked on the chat there, the buy-in for this was $16.50. Prize pool of $134,850. It's even early in this New South Wales Champs, we're getting the support from the players. We love it.
Yeah, and this is one of the few freeze-outs on the schedule too. Freeze-outs are not as common these days, but it's always good to have at least one or two throughout the series. And the Dracakis Championship is always a freeze-out. It does have a wonderful Dracakis ring, the first as well. So, yeah, Dracakis, it's great to have them back on board as well. They provide some fantastic prizes in terms of rings and bracelets.
Of course. And everyone who wins an event here gets the beautiful glass trophy, but as you say, with a few events you pick up something extra, and for the Dracakis it is that gorgeous ring, as both Lockie and Dane have hit the ace here on the flop.
Yeah, there'll be a few chips going in this pot. You know, they're both going to be concerned. Neither want to see a heart come on the turn. The Queen, they're probably not going to mind too much because it wasn't sort of a 3-bet pre-flop. It's a single raise pot, so ace Queen's probably not in the mix, but they've both got a hand that I'd say they've got some value, but they're not going to go crazy with it. Sometimes it's a good chop if an 8 or a 2 rolls off as well.
So you can see odds heavily in Dane's favour, and that 4 will give him the check mark.
Yeah, see if he gets some value here, or he's happy to just take it. No, he's not scared of. He's not scared of the other hand, which is good. He's gone for some value,
bets.
and
70,000.
interesting to see.
70 is the bet.
Ace
Yeah,
9.
And Lockie decides to put it down.
Yeah, Lockie's just going to have to call that one. That's a good bet, actually.
Yep.
It would be interesting to see how much Lockie would have paid there. I think he would have paid a bit more, but nice hand to Dane. So we've seen quite a few of these players before. We said Ling's a local Sydney player. Lewis Murray is also local from Sydney. Plays all of the bigger events, same as Nerlin.
Threefold. Fourfold. Heads up. One check.
More than tail biting going on there.
The ace, obviously, you can see Nicholas is up the wing, so
I'll fucking get you all, mate. especially you, Marge.
Time back. You see that? That's a
YouTube video already now.
recently took out the WPT Australia Ladies Championship. Silverware. Gold Coast.
I'm about 175.
See what Nick does here. Players like Phoebe, you know, they're definitely capable of. One time back. There's a shot clock tournament this, so it's 30 seconds to act. I think those black chips are marked this time. Just 30 seconds and then it'll count down on the full time back.
It has to be something. I did actually perfectly spill that, so it didn't actually go on the carpet. That's how. That was a warning shot. I thought it was your coat. You should have said someone you would ask. You said like yours. Take time and get it. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. They would have believed it. They would have believed it.
See Dane, he's the chip leader, 3 million chips.
Yeah, it is. But there were only like 2 after the 2 games.
There's an audio checks here, so.
But we've been really good. So it seemed fine.
Craig just
A lot of the stuff. A lot of the scores didn't happen with 8 fold. 9 fold.
just trying to get those commentary levels a little bit better.
Yeah, let's make sure the audios work. We've been practicing.
We've been chatting away here, and just went on and had a listen myself. And thanks in the chat there. Your microphones are really quiet. We do realise that. Is it any better now?
Yeah, keep us informed because we do need to know that. So, yeah, thanks those in the chat letting us know about the audio. So we see another interesting hand here. Obviously, Dane's raised it up. Lewis has made the call. Sorry, we've seen Dane raise it up. We've seen a 3-bet from Ling here, and now Lewis is in the small blind thinking about what to do.
5 fold. Very, very.
Realise there's 41k up top here and a trophy and the Dracakis ring, so not splashing chips in the pot willy-nilly. They're prepared to fight it out and be a bit cautious, the play we've seen so far.
Thanks again to everyone in the chat. I have just gone on and had a listen myself. We are actually live now. Craig?
Right, no, that's good. That's good. Glad to hear it.
And we've got heaps of viewers, which is really good too. Obviously, we're across YouTube, Facebook, and on Twitch. So now,
Yeah, that's good.
I just hop in there too. I very much doubt that jacks were folded there. Every so often, we do get a slight misread on the RFID, because it just didn't make sense that he was going to fold jacks there in the small blind. So
Well, it went open 3-bets. I may have.
you
I'm
may
not
have,
sure.
yeah, you may have.
I mean,
We just saw Queens get folded before, so
Yeah, I mean, he made the correct fold with queens, so if it was on the tighter side, but not out of the question. As we see, the two ace high hands now battling out the pot. And I was going to say, yeah, it's great to see so many viewers on already, and that's probably a credit to the strength of this table. As I said, you've got superstar Malcolm Trainer on the table, and Phoebe Yan, Ling Lu, some females, and she's just shown us there how easy she is to pick up pots with
one-time bank, please.
any two cards. You know, she had a decent hand, but she didn't have anything, and she's taken that one down. A lot of respect shown to her, so if she keeps that up, she's going to be a menace and build her stack up to 2 million like she has. So.
And I will say, Craig, the misread of the RFID is extremely rare. Just doesn't happen very much, so there is every chance that jacks were folded there.
Yeah. Generally, when it's a misread, it's a pretty obvious one, and that one is, you know, not out of the question. I don't think that was a misread. It was like a lot of the players. Like, there's a lot of ICM and considerations in final tables too. Like, we saw Malcolm fold sixes +1. Now, if you're playing early in a tournament, you know, you're most likely opening that, depending on the table too. Obviously, on a tough final table, you know, you have to play a little bit tighter. That's what I see.
Yep.
Considering the money and the pay jumps. 4,000 if you bust ninth, and 40,000 10 times if you get that, plus the ring and the trophy. So.
So just in case you did miss some of our stuff early on, because we were a little low in the volume, we are at the Bella Vista in the western suburbs of Sydney. Incredible venue this is. If you're in the Sydney area, come down and play some poker. We've only just got going with the New South Wales champs. This is the final table of the Dracakis Players Championship, $16.50 buy-in event, $134,000 in the prize pool, and up top $41,500. And as we've already said, quite a number of familiar faces to poker aficionados in Australia, and quite a few in the room, Craig, who've just come back from Vegas, played over in the World Series.
Yeah, Malcolm, being the most well-known on this table, he was obviously in Vegas. He had that big, massive score for the $1 million, the 1K Mystery Millions in the WSOP in 2024. He took out $1 million for first, and he was back again this year, and he took out another mystery bounty, would you believe it? The Aria, I think it was.
Yep.
That was another 100K score, plus I think he got some big bounties in this one as well. I think he walked away with a couple $100,000, so he's back, and yeah, if you got him looking down the barrel at you on a table, gee whiz, it's an intimidating sight for sure. But also good to see a couple of other interstate. Lachlan Crulley obviously down here for the State of Origin. He's back, he's picked again in that team, and rightly so. He was over in Vegas as well. He said he had a break-even series, which is very good on your first trip to Vegas. He made his Vegas debut. Phoebe Yan, one of the females at the table, she's been selected in the New South Wales team. She is from Sydney, and she's been on the other side of the table. You might have seen her dealing at some of our series in the past.
Exactly.
And now she's on the final table, so she knows what's this all about, and good to see her. She's a very accomplished player. She won the WPT Australian Championship last year at the Gold Coast, 2024 WPT Australia Silverware, which is nice. Very strong female player. And some other Sydney locals make up the rest of this table. Nicholas Lee. He recently took down a high roller at Kings, I believe, and in the last month or so. So he's found a bit of form and finds himself for another final table. Dane Elwright, our overall chip leader, He's also from Sydney, plays with Kings, I believe, and has, his biggest scores couple of nightlies. He's won a few nightly tournaments at Kings, and he'll be looking to take down a major here, and it's a nice trophy and that beautiful ring. Ling Lee, as we might have mentioned, she's a Sydney local, very familiar face in the Sydney circuit, plays across all the leagues, and very tough player. She's sort of taken down some pots already. And Lewis Murray, Sydney sider as well. He's been here in the circuit for, must be 10 years now. Maybe even longer. 10 years I've known, but very accomplished player. Jim Pizzanis there in seat 6 or seat 5, is it? No, seat 6. He's got the Kings. He's repping the Kings hoodie, which is good to see. Kings, one of our partners here at APT, Harvey. They've been very good.
Kings have been incredible in the organisation of this.
Yeah.
The boys, led by Rob, just have put in so much time to make this really work here, and thanks to them.
Robin Natan as well from the Kings room. They've provided some staff, some dealers,
Yep.
TDs. And they've got some of the King's tables
I was
as well.
about to say, there's plenty of King's tables in here.
Yeah, so that's why you see that King's logo. They're a massive supporter of the series, and good to see a lot of their players, because they're based over at, originally they were based just in Kogarah, but they've now got some rooms. I believe the Bella Vista Hotel is one of their rooms for good now.
They actually ran some satellites here leading up.
Yep. So good to see their support, and their players have qualified potentially for this at the satellites or come over and played that. So they've done well. It's like a big series.
It's definitely got a Vegas feel, this room, and if you are, as I said earlier, if you're in the area, come down. You don't have to play big stakes. There's a lot of satellites. There's some low buy-in events, but obviously we've got some big ones coming up too, some majors coming up.
I love these venues with the high ceilings. That's why you mean the Vegas feel. Like those massive ballrooms over in Vegas is the same. Huge high ceilings. And we see a little interesting hand here.
What are you playing?
Phoebe's
nice for Nicholas, it is, yes.
Yeah, Phoebe's limped from the small, and Nicholas checked in the big blind and flops 2 pair. Phoebe can easily get away from that. She's missed.
She does. You can see all the tables out the back there. We've got 40-odd tables in the room, and
it might even be a few more, actually.
Yeah, that'll get very busy later in the week.
You've been my waiter, right? You prepared like empty.
Talking of the World Series, of course, 2005 will live long in the memory of all of us with Joe winning it, Joe Hasham winning it. But I tell you what, that was as good a main event as you'll ever see, with Michael Mizrahi coming back from 0, basically 3 big blinds I think he had. He finished up winning the whole lot. What an amazing final table and main event that was.
Incredible. And the APT actually has a relationship with the grinder in some way. They brought him out here.
That's right.
I'm going to say it was around 2020, maybe. I'm going to say the exact time, but they've brought him out once before, so he knows about the Australian Poker Tour too. But that was incredible. Main event and the Players' Championship.
Yes.
Never been done before. That'll never be done again. He got put straight into the Hall of Fame. That's how.
God, there was some key hands in that. Did just changed the whole event, didn't they? A couple of just key. They hit that ace on the river, and he was gone.
There was Barry on the river.
Yeah,
gets rid of the Kings. That pot sort of decided.
They'll be playing just as hard here with 41k up top. Really good prize here for the Dracakis. We've got Jim and Phoebe. Look at this flop. Jimmy.
They've both hit it.
Jimmy.
So
he's
see how.
This could get fiery.
Yeah, Jimmy's checked it over the Phoebe. You like to see how she navigates.
No,
she checks behind.
check.
Yep. She's done well there. Now the diamond comes, so that's sort of going to keep this pot reasonably small, I believe. Neither can be both be worried about that flush draw, but Jim realising he's probably got the best hand now and try and put some chips in this pot.
He has. He's put 100k in. Might get a call here.
Yeah, Phoebe's going to check him on to keep him honest.
Oh.
You don't even like it all.
Jack. Well,
His name's Johnny.
I mean, Phoebe's only betting bluffs, so if Jim bets the river here,
Younger blood will be easier.
He might try and get as much as he can out of this. I can't see a small bet here. I think he might go for a bit.
I think Phoebe's probably only going to call a small one here.
Yeah, he's
With her
gone,
exact
he's gone
hand, but
hard.
he doesn't know that. If,
He's gone hard here.
He's hoping Phoebe's got the ace or something, maybe an ace
400.
5 or something like that. Yeah. Phoebe's only betting bluffs.
No.
It's going to make correct fold. And
Nice flop. And nice river. Gives Jim a nice win there. So
Yeah.
VPIP, can you just talk people through VPIP? What does that mean?
yeah, VPIP is just a stat based on how active a player is. I'm not sure if there's, I'm sure there's plenty of cricket fans and out here and a strike rate in cricket. If someone's got a high strike rate, they're an attacking sort of player, I'd say. Like they play a lot of runs per 100 balls, and VPIP is the number of hands you play per 100. So if you've got a VPIP of 50, you play 1 in every 2, or 50% of hands. If you've got a VPIP of 100, you play every hand. So that's a quick way to explain it. If you've got a low VPIP, under 10, you're probably a tighter player. And it's not just like it can. There's card distribution is obviously a huge thing in poker as well. So, some of these we've only played up to hand 13 now. So,
Yeah, it's not a great indication.
no, it's not a lifetime VPIP like you get stats you see on Channel 9 and Channel Fox Sports with the lifetime stats for strike rate in cricket. But that's basically in a nutshell what it is.
Well, our VPIP's pretty good here. I'm having a look at all our active viewers across our 3 streams on Facebook and YouTube and on Twitch. A lot of viewers here. Hop on the chat. We're seeing all the chat from all 3 up here on our screen. If you've got any questions or you're throwing your support around someone who's on this final table, let us know. Harvey Silver here with the great Craig Abernathy.
And we'll be here all week, so make sure you like and subscribe to these channels, because that way you're notified when we go live throughout the rest of the week. You've got players and friends and stuff here, or you can't make it, you're interstate. By getting that notification, you'll know when we're live, and
also let your mates know that
costs
it's
you
on.
nothing.
Yeah, let your mates know.
yeah, tag them.
Let them know.
And
We're here.
And as Harvey said, if you're anywhere near the area, come and check out this venue. We've got buy-ins from $350, so that's attainable in everyone's budget really. So everything's fully dealt. Great tables, a lot of brand new chip stacks. It's really good to see.
I wouldn't. I'm saying just like if someone
Some of the best in the business. Jacob, the dealer, you can see here. You would have seen him dealing feature tables everywhere. He's just had one of the best, and a lot of really good dealers.
All under the auspices of our head of operations, Josh Monk, who has been carrying a bit of commentary in the last couple of nights before I got here today. So great job from Josh and Berkey. A
Josh loves it.
Oh, he absolutely loves it. As Norman picks up aces here.
In the big blind too, which is a nice position to pick up aces. Sort of, especially when the small blind raises you too. It'll be interesting to see how he approaches this. If he
I'm waiting. You have ace queen?
just calls or elects to raise. It's both options here are
I must be joined dead in turn.
on the table.
Bit of table talk going on here too. We
Yeah,
might
queens.
have a listen.
Two queens. Oh, live. Ace four suited. Yeah, I would have bet turn. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see Phoebe.
Oh, time bank for that, hey?
Oh, yeah, king queen.
Yeah, maybe getting involved.
That 3-bet from the raise from Nerlin comes in there and Lewis gets away. So
I'll tell you if it's right.
Yeah, you got a little fishy there.
yeah,
You give me credit.
now they're talking about it,
If you check turn, I was bad. You check raise. Ooh,
and they'll be able to find out
that's tough.
all these hands half an hour later, I guess. On the
That's right.
well, actually, they're not allowed to have phones at the table.
No, but they can get messages from people and they'll see those later on. But as you'll see, there's no phones on the table. You can't watch the stream, even though it's on delay. You can't watch it at the table. Just get a question there. When does the tour finish? We go all the way through till Monday. It's going to be the wrap up of the main event, but that'll only be for qualifiers. So if you are looking to come down, you want to get down here over the weekend.
How do you like my guesses?
We've got flights, apart from today, we've got flights for the main event pretty much every day leading up
Magician? Almost magician.
to the qualifiers in that. It is, of course, the big one, the most players.
Heads up.
And Malcolm flops the world there. Jim,
I think this might be
hits
the
the
first
9.
hand that Malcolm's played that I've seen on this table so far, and he's flop top 2. Jim's just flop bottom pair.
And
Looks like he's
there's a
gonna
little bet out there from
see the first one,
he
yeah.
has.
Was it
I opened
a lot of traffic?
2 hands ago. I
I think
opened
Malcolm will continue here, and
Yeah, just now.
Yeah, 1-2.
not just for the
Nah, I'm mucking.
board, it's getting a little bit more dangerous, but try and get some value out of other aces and jacks. I don't know if he's going to get too much value out of
Way too bad.
Jim's exact hand here, just the 9.
Open
But
that.
small bet might be called, but I think he's just going to snap fold. Yeah.
There's a lot of killers here. Just gotta be careful. Just
Little
gotta
pot
be
there for Malcolm. He's one of the shorter stacks.
Yep, even the little ones are valuable at the moment for him.
Yeah, I mean, it is still fairly deep. 20 big blinds, is it? No, he got 600, so not quite.
And he's got 800 now after picking up another 200
After that,
there.
yes, that's why I was thinking
Yep.
20. Yeah.
Yeah, we could be here for a while. It's a pretty deep final table, this one. As you can see, the chip counts there. Lockie picks up the ace king under the gun.
It's a nice hand to see under the gun.
All I was thinking of is I have 2-3 bet, so I'm gonna fold.
Just raise and see if anyone wakes up with something to.
Why did you ask
Oh,
me that?
Well, he do.
here we go.
Nicholas Lee.
That will be more chips going into this pot.
I'm not too deep now. I'm very the surface area. Just basic as it gets. Bad hand fold, good hand raise. It's simple. Yeah, right. I'll get you checked on that. Yeah. I'll let you know. I'll remind it as a reference in the future. If you do something overboard.
180.
That's right.
You won raise 180.
And it looks like the 3-bet as expected with the ace queen. And if no one else has got anything, it's going to get back to Lockie, and I'd say we're going to see a 4-bet out of Lockie here. not super deep with Nicholas Lee. Only about 25 effective or so, so I think the 4-bet jam's going to come in here, put Nicholas Lee to the test, and
wow, okay.
Tough decision here. Good fold, good
let's
fold,
go.
yeah.
Great fold.
Been really impressed with this play. They're not just punting, you know. That was a pretty quick fold there, all things considered. I would have taken a little bit longer to fold. I would have made the fold, but I would have been so frustrated. 25 bigs to get ace queen, but
yeah,
good fold, Nicholas Lee. We do have some other events going on around the room as well.
80,000. 2 folds, 3 folds, 4 folds.
One's happening at the moment. The PLO,
6 folds.
$1,100 PLO starting at 4 p.m. That will be underway.
1 call. 8 folds. Is up?
Interesting develops. Waiting for the graphics to catch up, I think. Yeah, so the PLO, $1,100 buy-in. Deep structure, 75k star stack, 30-minute blinds with late retro all the way until 8:45 tonight. The mid-stake championships, they're up to the 3rd flight there out of 5, flight C. That's a great event. That's 125k guaranteed, $300 buy-in, 5 flights of that, and then day 2 will be on the Saturday, I believe. Mid-stakes champs day 2. So, and that prize pool is huge. They've been getting 150 odd runners per flight in that. So that buy-in sensational. Fully dealt $300 event.
All right, Craig, we're playing like we're playing at the table at the moment. No graphics, so you can't see who's got what. This is not deliberate, but this is a great opportunity to go, okay, how would you play it if you don't know what your opponent's got, hey? Oh, here they come back.
Well,
just in time to see the Dane's got aces.
Yeah. Or do they? I think he does. He's raised. The graphics, let's hope they're right. I'm sure they are. Checks out so far. And Lewis is probably going to put the 3-bet in here with the ace queen.
40. Full raise, 200.
See how big he goes. Maybe 200 and just over 200, I'd say. 240, yeah. So, see if anyone else gets anything, and we'll be back to Dane. Wow, actually. Right there. Lockie's got a decision.
Oh, this is now building into something massive, mate.
This is an interesting one.
Yeah. And he gives them up. Wow.
Yeah. That's a elite fold. Like, the good players will do this. Like,
yes.
That's what the good players are capable of making the good folds. You know, that's what gets them to the final table so often. You can't just, get excited there with the jacks in this sort of situation, particularly with Lewis. We've seen him. He's been known a bit tight, and Dane puts it's not an all-in 4-bet. He's gone to
600.
Yeah, it's not a min click either. It's
And
gone
Lewis
big.
folds. So
Yeah.
we've got some, some would say cautious, but I would say there's been some really good poker here. The folds have been fantastic.
Yeah. This is one of the best final tables you see the depth of and level of the players on this table, honestly. Very good play. And we see the dealer change. Good work, Jacob. You dealt some interesting hands there.
Didn't he,
Fun
White?
to commentate.
Didn't he, White?
Go get a well-earned break.
Wow, so we've seen jacks folded twice. We've seen queens folded.
Yeah. Ace, queen, correct folds.
There's an ace king folded as well in there. Yeah.
Yep, when kings were there.
Yeah, or kings, yep. So sometimes it's not about the hands you play, is it? Sometimes it's knowing when to give it up.
Particularly on final tables too. I mean, different stages of the tournaments, Harvey, you're going to play differently.
Sure.
That's why poker's so great. There's so many different variations, you know. If you go to a blackjack table and you get 20, you stand. Doesn't matter what the situation is, right? You see 2 kings in the hole in blackjack. Oh, you stand. But in poker, it still varies, you know. And
No, then you got 825.
different situations, like
Extra.
not too many people would have made that fold with queens or even the ace king. I don't think. You've got to be one of the top players.
Well, no one's got out of line here, and I suppose that probably tells a lot to the table as well. You don't have one of these. You don't have Dennis Hanlon playing there. He's just going to, he's loose, and you're thinking, what do I do here?
Well, there's a reason you're not seeing those side of players at the final
Well,
table.
Dennis got pretty far. He nearly got onto the final table.
Yeah.
He's one of my favourites, Dennis. He's just all feel. There's no math. There's no rhyme or reason.
Well, you were talking about the WSOP final table, and the grinder is certainly a field player too.
Yes.
I'm not comparing the grinder anywhere near Dennis, but he's
Dennis
got that.
will be offended.
Dennis has won a lot of money and done very well in poker. But there's different types of players. That's why it's such a great game.
Yeah.
Grinder's definitely the OG field player. Some of the way he played, the hand where Kenny Heller folded that ace king was just that huge. The 3-bet size.
That would have
the
changed.
size that he went, though, it was like, I can't remember the exact sizing. I think it was like 2 mil, 4 mil, 40 million. It was just like a huge raise size from the grinder, and he did it for a reason. He doesn't just do it because he doesn't know what he's doing. It's a particular sizing thing, yeah. So it's good to see different players. I would say of the players on this table, Malcolm Traynor and Lachlan Crilly, to my knowledge, are the most sort of new school GTO.
Yes,
sort of
very much. Yeah.
Very well studied. They play a lot of online poker.
Yeah, you'd say, Lachlan particularly is a maths guy. He's,
super smart.
But good player. Geez, he's a good player. His reads on we've seen a lot of him obviously on the Australian Poker Tour. Made a lot of final tables, and I think that's been probably the most impressive thing. Has just been
very
his
consistent
reads on people.
Very consistent, and so his strategy is going to be very much by the book of the new sort of style of poker.
Yep.
Whereas Jim Pisanis, in contrast, is the feels type of play. So.
Yeah. So what you mean by that is that, those players are looking around at sort of how many chips are left on the table, what the next pay jump is, the value of putting in more chips here or getting out because it's not returning enough. It's a very sort of calculated. It doesn't mean that you understand the game any less or you play it any differently. It's just your decision making is done for a slightly different reason.
Yeah, that's right. And one of the skills in poker is being able to play your hands against different opponents the way they play, and picking up how each player type is.
Yeah, patterns, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah,
patterns in play.
They're paying attention to what they're seeing shown, what cards the other players are showing. There's just so much to it, so much depth to it. So, as you can see, Lachlan, there's, even when he's not in the hand, he's sort of looking around and observing everything. All of these players are doing that.
So it's all got folded around here to the small blind with Ling, ace queen.
Yeah, Malcolm finds the open, and Ling will be putting in the bigger size 3-bet here from out of position. It's a tough hand to play out of position, and that's
raised. A fold from Malcolm.
Quick fold from Malcolm, was it? Yeah, okay. So that's a great feeling too when you can just take down the pot, no worries, without any danger.
Gee, she looks comfortable on the table, doesn't she, Ling? She's
yeah.
I hate to talk about women players as opposed to men. I actually think the female players in some ways have an incredible read and in some ways maybe even have an advantage, but it's still intimidating.
They're tough to play, yeah. I personally find it as a male playing against a female who is good at it's just because I haven't played as many, right? The numbers aren't as big, and they're growing, of course, but just because I don't know, they have a different type of intuition.
I think the intuition's there, but I still think that there's, it's hard for them because they're outnumbered all the time. It's it's got a very male sort of energy on the table and all that. So you've got to be pretty assertive. You've got to be, you've got to be pretty confident to sit in there. But I tell you what we have found is I suppose the proportion of women who've won APT events is crazy compared to how many women are actually playing at the tournament. So it's crazy lopsided.
Yeah. Well, we saw Jen Castle at the Eaton's Hill in the Grind final table. The Goliath, I should say. Naj ended up winning, but it was a second place score, I believe, for might have been 50k or something. Nice one for her. And of course, we should mention Shelley Pooley, APT ambassador. You might just see what unfolds here. We've got the open from Malcolm. Dane Elwright selected just to call with the King Jack. Can 3-bet that hand for sure, but potentially against an under the gun open is fairly strong. So he's taken a cautious approach and just calling.
Great flop for Malcolm.
Yeah, I think Malcolm's going to check that over. He's got to be aware of the 1 over card and just see if he gets anything from Dane. If not, he's got the licence to lead a lot of turn cards like
all
that
of a
one
sudden
particularly.
He's got the flush draw as well.
Interesting. Yeah, Dane does pick that flush draw up. So I'd expect to see a bet from Malcolm. A lot of the flush drawers would bet that flop. So oh no, they've just gone check. Okay, well, I'm not going to doubt anything Malcolm does. There's multiple ways to play this hand, and Malcolm's probably doing the one by the book.
He
that's
probably
for sure.
cost himself some
chips
by not betting there. But
I can see the cards, he can't. So.
Of course.
Malcolm doesn't know that. He would have got paid there. Now he's not going to get anything. Much easier to play when you can see the cards.
Isn't it what?
205.
Jesus, intimidating. I don't think I've played Malcolm too often, maybe once or twice. I obviously don't play as much poker as everyone else, but he's an intimidating side at the table.
Craig, you've played a lot of poker, commentated you down to the last two. That was a nice little battle that you had. Where was that, back in Brisbane, was it? The
Gold Coast with Nathaniel Hutton. We got heads up when it was interesting when the boys were raising the banners at the start of the series as we have all the banners of the main event champions around the room. As they were raising that one up there, I said, you know, that could have been me, you know. It's just one hand at the end there, you know, if I get lucky, you know.
That was probably as intense heads up as I've seen on the APT.
It was a fun final table too, I tell you.
Yeah, but it'd be fair to say that there's a fair bit of rivalry between you two, and it came across on the felt. So.
Well, it's not a long-term rivalry. Just, you know, it was a rivalry at the time. You know, we had a few different opinions on different things. You know, and it was interesting. You know, like we both wanted to win, but I wanted to win. You know, for the trophy, for the banner. You know, that's why I sort of play. I love the trophy. Everyone does. And
you're a glory hunter.
That
Let's
too.
be honest. You're a glory hunter. Is that what you say?
I love. Yeah, I love the sense of achievement.
Yes. And nothing wrong with that.
I love showing people, you know, my trophy collection at home, which is only 4 or 5.
Straight to the ballroom.
These guys on the table. Geez, Malcolm's trophy cabinet would be huge. He's got the World Series of Poker bracelet. Like that's what. But going back to that, yeah, no, it was good.
So of course Malcolm was called here. He's out of the big blind, and you know, thank you very much.
Yeah, he takes the lead.
Helps the run good too, doesn't it?
Yeah, and with this, Malcolm, you know, pretty standard defend. Nowland fired here, I believe, has the ace of spades working. I think maybe a red ace king might check this one back. I'm not sure, but there we go. The spade draw comes in now, and also gives Malcolm the straight draw as well. So with the flush draw and the straight flush draw. Wow. You know what a card I'm thinking of the river here, Harvey?
Yeah, I've got an idea. Yes.
Yeah, there'd be a really fun one, I reckon. Actually,
we might see.
There'd be a lot of fun ones, to be honest.
There's one card in the deck that's probably going to see all the chips move in. So.
I think the 6 of spades or the jack of spades.
Yes.
Have they been folded though? Like,
it looks like they have.
No. They.
No, you're right. They
haven't.
No, this is Norland's out.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's right. They're not greyed out.
So the six of spade, jack of spade could be real.
That's
fun.
why they've been removed up there, because of course those spades he does not want to see under any circumstances. We want to see it. Do it. I don't have a favouritism with Malcolm here. I've got a favouritism for big, you know, poker hands that we can show off and showcase. And oh wow,
he gets the fold. Went all in.
Oh, we don't get to see it.
Went all in. Yeah, we can we rub it? We can't rub it here, can we?
No.
We'd love to have seen that.
We don't get to see for straight flush, but Malcolm took that in. He was leading at that particular time.
Sure.
And he bet a size that, Nolan made the fold there. It's
I think that's a really interesting fold.
Yeah.
But again, it's probably a good fold.
It is, yeah, it is a good fold. And, I mean, you're not, you know, you're just drawing to the nuts. But there's better spots, and particularly on final tables. It would be a punt to call that, I would say. And another interesting hand nonetheless. So
I reckon we'll get a few people on the chat saying they would have called that, absolutely would have called that. But again, we get to see the other cards.
Yeah, don't be afraid to let us know how you would have played hands, or let us know any comments at all in the chat. Let us know who you're cheering for, all of that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you know when we're on and streaming, because we're going to be streaming all week. I won't be commentating all week, but I'll be in here on and off. Harvey, you'll be...
I'm anchoring. We'll have a whole lot of different guys come through, and girls, hopefully, come through, give me a bit of a hand. You won't hear me talk about good or bad play. I won't be assessing that, but hold it all together and let experts like Craig Abernathy talk about play and the cards as we go to the flop here.
Lachlan's picked up the gut shot.
Yeah, but Lynn's got 2 pairs.
Lynn's got 2 pair, and And even though she's got top 2 pair, strong hand, this board can get very dangerous on the turn. A lot of draws there, as we can see. Lachlan doesn't have the spade draw. He does have that gut shot, so it'd be interesting. He brought a small one here with the gutty, but he's not going to get too excited. If he had a spade, he'd probably continue more often here. Just going to let it go, I'd say, yeah.
Lachlan's way too good a player to be drawing to a gut shot, I would have thought. So,
yep,
out he goes.
for sure.
So as you said, Craig, we're still pretty deep here. 16 big blinds right down the bottom of our chip stack.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get to the final table and even 16 big blinds is plenty. And as we can see, Malcolm's been able to chip up a bit. The other event that I haven't mentioned yet, starting tonight at 5:30 p.m.
Your chip drumming is actually called
Late registration. I believe, or does it? Maybe I'm misreading that. The 2.5K Goliath, one of APT's feature events, another ring event.
Start tomorrow, does it? Start?
No, today's Wednesday and 5:30 tonight.
Okay.
Yep, started. 200K guarantee there, 200K start stack, and it's 40-minute blinds on day 1, 60-minute blinds on day 2. That's the Goliath.
You will
and,
see plenty of the Goliath here on the stream.
Yeah, and there'll be some good players on that table too. You know, this series, because the state of origin, which we'll talk about a little bit later, I'm sure, has attracted a lot of the all-stars of Australian poker and even some internationals here. So we're looking forward to watching more great streams all week with some big names. We go and battle it out against the Sydney locals and people who travel interstate and people who are chasing a bit of glory and that silverware. Big heavy APT trophies, those big glass ones. I think the Goliath one's a bit an oversized one too, the majors. I believe it's a ring event.
Yes, it is.
Usually is, wasn't it? It was up at Eden's Hill.
So, it's a good trophy to win if you're prone to home invasion. I would have thought that trophy. It's a fair weapon.
Yeah, and certainly if someone was in the middle of the night and walked past and knocked it on the floor, you'd wake up.
Yeah. The other one to look out for, of course, is the State of Origin. It's on Saturday. If you want to mark that in your diary, really different sort of event to watch. All of a sudden, you're playing in teams, and your decision making affects not just you but your whole team.
Yeah, it's very unique in the poker world, really. I don't think there's too many other events in Australia like it. There certainly isn't in Australia, but even around the world. State of Origin, obviously a huge thing in New South Wales for rugby league. We might just see how this hand unfolds. There's just a limp from Phoebe in the small into the big blind of kings. So depending on the size here, he probably might, with these sort of short stacks, so he might just go for jam. But there's the option of playing a bit slow here as well. But the raise takes it down. Yeah. So back to the State of Origin, unique format. We've got 6 teams this year.
It's really annoying, right?
We've got New South Wales, we've got Queensland, South Australia, Tasmania, Victoria's back, and the adopted Aussies, who is the name for the internationals last year's event. Yeah, I think adopted Aussies. I like that name because they live here now, and we know them, seen them around, so we can go through some of those teams shortly. But yeah, it's a unique format. They play 3 rounds, 7 players per team, and the inclusion of a female this year as well in the team.
Like that?
Yeah, I love to see that.
They're all there on ability.
Oh yeah, look, they could all make the team anyway, but it is good just to have that because it does represent now
Well, I think
you know,
they're
what we're
exclusive
seeing in
rights
poker
to
is
the
that
dealer school.
regular
So they
female
literally get all the fresh
poker player at just about every table around the room in every event throughout Australia.
So here's Crilly with 10s.
Maybe a Zoom call or
It's
something.
been raised up
Do other different
to 100k.
Yeah, I think you'll
It does, yeah. Especially like the,
could just go with
the
call.
geriatric ones, about 95. Like they're
Well,
That's hard. Some of them are really sweet.
maybe get out of the way.
Oh,
Nicholas Lee has a hand here.
yeah,
oh, and a fold.
Yeah, and that's
not great.
And you can't
that's another
No, you tip them
another what
after,
looked like a tight fold, but
Tip
I
it
mean,
on the spot, or it's just in
So
the
you-
gratitudes after, right?
It's in the gratuity afterwards. Yeah.
you've got a lot of ICM considerations. You know, like
God, it
you
looks
want
like a real tight fold now, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, right. It's quite funny how they do it.
But I mean, Ace Jack's one of the weaker aces there too. You know, even on this board,
But it's like 25k plus 25k. And if the buy-in
you know, you can get into a bit of trouble with it, particularly with two other people in the pot already. Certainly, if Nella had just folded the King 9, which you would have seen sometimes as well.
That's new. When I went
Lock
there,
and
didn't have
opens,
that.
then he might 3-bet jam. So
Yeah, very sneaky.
so interesting with poker. Just it's not just the hand too; it's the other hands that wake up, and everyone's action changes. Right?
Sure.
People play things differently. So.
And if you bet, like you bet with absolute nothing there and takes it down.
That's quite. That's
Yeah,
quite,
well,
that's quite a lot.
he,
though. It's like 10%.
he raised pre-flop, so
tip on top of like
he can have all the
rake
aces
and whatever you got.
just take a stab and take it down. There's a lot of ways to win pots in poker too. It's,
But to be fair, the dealers at the
so it's
winner
just one of those hands where the aggression's taking it down with nothing.
Tell you what, this is yelling at me, Craig. This is going to be a long night. This is what's yelling at me because we're certainly not seeing anyone get out of hand at all, and we've seen some very, very good hands folded, and a lot of them pre-flop too.
Yeah.
Donald Trump doesn't. I think it's honest.
Yeah, I think it's also the prestige
tax one, right?
of winning one of these majors
They'll
at
be the richest people.
APT. You know, the Dracakis Players Championship has been, you know, pretty much on the APT schedule since the start. And if you've got a Dracakis trophy on your hand and mob, it does show a lot of
I heard they put a bit of a loophole in there though, where
prestige
it's
and
like
respect.
it's tax free
Because
up to the first
it is
30K
that
or
freeze-out
something.
event.
So it doesn't really do much. Like,
You can look back at past winners and
yeah,
Some people, especially
your fellow commentator in previous
yeah.
series, Jinx. Braden Jinx has a Dracakis ring, which he's very proud of. So we know what a strong player Braden
Pay all
is.
your taxes. Fair and
He's
square.
not with us because he's overseas. He's taking his lovely partner to Italy, I think. He was telling me down in Melbourne, so he may be tuning in.
All the military
Probably not, but
companies, thank you, mate.
if he is, hope you're having the ball.
I reckon he might go back and check it later, you know, and make sure, you know.
He hasn't taken his job.
Yeah, it was little testing.
Yeah, shout out to Braden. I'd never take his job. He's very well recommended by me, as we know, and a lot of viewers love his commentary. Sadly, we're not going to see in this series, but we do have some other great commentators coming in, joining us throughout the week. So stay tuned. As I said, let us know in the chat who you're cheering for and all of that. So
At the moment, you've got Harvey Silver and Craig Abernathy with you.
glad you've come up, Harvey, because you've got the gift of the gab. I just I do my best. I'm learning from you, and you're learning from me with some of the the poker stuff. It's good team, and that'll be happening throughout the week.
Appreciate that. Really enjoy the game. Started playing, anyone who's listened to this commentary would probably know, but started playing when I was about 17, playing Manila with my mates. And we still play Manila every 2 months, the same group of guys.
Yeah.
Like nearly 40 years later.
It's interesting they don't have too many Manila tournaments anymore. I know it used to be a regular sort of thing. Manila's obviously generally played as a home game or a cash game or something, but there was a time in the Aussie Millions they had a Manila Championship, so don't see that much anymore, but great game.
And just hoping we might see someone pick up something to take on Nicholas here with his aces.
Yep. That might be the third or fourth time we've seen the aces today. It's nice when you look down at an ace and then you peel the other one, you almost get a shock. I do when I see two. I'm like, oops, oops. Oh, did I look up? Did people see me look excited
Yes,
there?
did I look excited? So the only one in is Norland on the discount out of the big blind.
Yeah, he defends that, should expect, and he does pick up a flush draw. It's going to go check, bet, call, I would say. As Nicholas Lee does find that small bet.
To have to be honest, Craig,
He does fold, so there you go.
I'm not a massive fan of this backdoor flush draw as an out. I mean, I know it does give you a little bit more equity, but how often do you see runner? You know, it's rare. It's rare. But I know you have to call it. I know you have to call it as, you know, as some sort of equity you have in the hand. But
yeah, well, the BDFD, the backdoor flush draw.
Yeah.
Just gets quite often in hand histories that are sent through to me from friends.
Because it's so rare, I reckon.
Yeah, no, it is good to have that.
Sure, I get it. I get that there's equity, but you know, we call it all the time. We have to. But
yeah,
to me, it's a small amount of equity. I'd rather an open-ended straight than a.
You got to go runner to hit the back doors.
Yeah.
Just had a limp here from got a call, or we'd say a limp from the hijack with the 5-4 suited, which means that we've seen some other junky hands in the mix here in the blinds. They're in for half price, the discount, so this flop sort of no one's really going to like it, so we see it check all the way through, and little pot. First to win bet will win this pot.
Well,
who bets wins.
Does hit though.
He doesn't know if it's enough to make a bet. I think Dane, like I said, the who bets wins first. You know, like who bets first wins this hot. You know, Dylan could like to call here. He's bottom pair. He might think, well, you didn't bet the flop, so you know, it's not credible.
No, there he goes.
Yeah, I expected to fold there. You don't go too you can't go too crazy with just the bottom pair of the 6-1. You got a jack, so that one plays out pretty standard as well, as most of these hands will.
Watching poker in real life is actually quite boring. It's not really a good spectator.
Definitely not. Unless it's like the main event and there's a big...
Yeah.
Going back to that state of origin, so we're going to have 3 rounds of 7 tables in 6 max format. So with the 6 teams, one player from each team obviously per table, 7 tables per round. And 3 rounds, you get points for your position placing from 1st through to 6th, and the team with the most points wins, which is pretty standard. And they also do have a winner for the player of origin, so the player who's got the most individual points overall. And, do you know what we call the player of origin, Harvey?
But what is that?
I mean, Travis won it last year.
Yeah.
We call it the poo.
The poo.
The player of origin. It's the.
I know the format's been worked really hard. Didier and Joe Hasham been working that state of origin format pretty hard, and it's something that Tony Hasham's very excited about. He wants to push that hard. He was up in Tony's room earlier, and all the gear arrived, all the outfits, they're all wearing their state colours, and
it's great.
It's going to look fantastic. It's going to look really, really good. Hats, shirts, yeah, be great.
Just saw Phoebe jam her shorter stack in there with the King Jack suited and get it through.
A very accomplished player there on the chat.
Yeah, good to see Travis Endersby in the chat there. Western Australian from last year, and
Didn't he do well?
he did well, and he also did a hit and run with all the Western Australians. It's the biggest hit and run in the State of Origin history, I'd say. They won the trophy. They came in as the underdogs last year, I think.
Yep.
One of the underdogs, certainly, and they destroyed it. There was a huge hand. Do you remember commentating that hand?
Yes, I do. Sometimes
Kwan Zhao.
the whole tournament can just turn on one hand, can't it?
Kwan Zhao with the Queens versus the Dale Marsland's Ace King, was it? And the board came 7-7-7, which meant he picked up the other out, and didn't need it though. The King hit the river. The whole table there. That was
Went ballistic.
that was a big moment, as you said at the time. You called it well. It was one of the great calls from you, and that was a big hand, and it pretty much locked up the State of Origin for WA at that time, because everyone wanted them to, the Chinese team, Kwan Zhao's Queens, to hold, so that WA didn't get the extra points that would pretty much seal it.
Oh, they sealed it so early. They were just miles in front. It was.
They ran away with it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a clinic. It was a clinic on the felt.
Yeah, and as I said, then unfortunately they've done a hit and run, but I mean they just couldn't get they couldn't get the team together this year, just because obviously Western Australia, the geographical distance from where we are in Bella Vista in Western Sydney here. There's a lot of poker going on too. It is quite testing for players travelling, particularly that distance, families and other commitments. So they will be watching, though, I'd imagine. And I've heard that WA are anti-sweating South Australia a little bit, because if South Australia win, then they take the most wins. So currently Western Australia's got 2, South Australia's got 2, and they don't want South Australia to take another victory and go to 3. So I mean that in a fun way. They're not,
Of course. We're in early stages of the State of Origin.
Yeah.
This is developing here too. Craig, Jim's 3-bet his 10s.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that's all the aces now are out.
Yeah, and we did see some very tight play earlier when Jim put in a 4-bet. The 3-bet will be called at least one spot here, I'd say. Lachlan Crowley's got a decision.
It's a disgrace.
Does make the fold.
I was trying to count them, and I gave
Phoebe
up. I can't be
also,
bothered,
she's
like,
off that short
I
stack,
might
so
skip a
she's
few steps.
Draw a blank on. I'm
gets
never
away. And Nerlin,
I'll go through.
he'll be thinking, he would have played Jim quite a bit. They're both from
I might
Sydney,
try that
so
though. If you're not going to count it, it's probably a good strategy, right?
Yeah.
Jim.
I don't think he's going to like it. I was about to say, I don't think he's going to like it. And
Yeah, they're giving Jim a lot of respect, and
Oh, okay.
I like
But
that
then they're not going to count
fold
it back
from
in
Nerlin
the
too.
right?
Yeah, I don't think they won't force it.
Unless you're all in or something, right?
We're gonna see it, you know it. Yeah. So you're not calling the shots from Lachlan, not me.
There are stack building competitions, okay? Go and join one of those.
He was thinking about
Lost
coming
anyone
into
yet
your
on
place.
this Dracakis championship? There's a lot of money to play for. 30K.
That's good, I like it, I'm a fan.
APT trophy. Dracakis ring, of course.
Lachlan, it's never enough. It's never enough.
Fantastic sponsors.
Just have to keep going, non-stop.
Australian market. It's good to have sponsors like
Gotta be
them and
like that.
back with us, providing that. See it on socials. Check that out. There are some other ring events too, so make sure you check out our schedule if you are in the Sydney area.
Why couldn't you just give up against me? You should have just gave up against
He
me.
hasn't tormented you enough.
Yeah, I know you did.
Poking with points like 350.
Is that how good it was?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
High ceilings.
I want to hear his hand.
Almost as good as your hand. Actually, as good as your hand. It was as good as your hand.
As good as my hand?
Yeah.
Well, you know, she you know, yeah. Okay, fine. You guys got the same hand.
My first hand, right?
Yeah.
That was a very good hand.
Same as his. Yeah. I had my glasses on.
Midday madness.
I know what
Just
you
about every day. Poker
So
starts. It's about every day here. At 11 a.m. Day 2 is midday madness. It's around midday, 12:30 every day, and other events start
I killed myself already.
Definitely
around that
helpful.
time too.
I'm confirmed, but yeah.
Day 2's
I don't think there's any other. I don't think there's any other hands. That are aces or kings.
That was an online setup.
harvest
See that?
voice. Range of commentators. So. Big names are in town. That state of origin, as we mentioned, I'm excited to see a couple of the guys that, I've only really heard about.
Don't poke the bear, Jim.
Marcus, the captain of South Australia. He doesn't
Would you
play
say
a
you
lot
had?
anymore, but one of the all-time greats.
Let me know.
Australian poker.
Could be
Australian
BS.
poker
What, you
famer.
don't believe me? You think I'm going to sit here and lie to you?
Yeah, I do.
No one on this table would lie about their hand history.
Yeah,
Let's put 100
Isn't that
on.
right?
Put 100 on.
because we'll find out anyway, right? Yeah.
Ask Lockie.
He always says you'll
I
find.
wouldn't trust what he
Put
says.
100 on.
You give me 5 to 1?
I'll give you 5 to 1.
Okay, yeah, I trust you.
You know Jim won the box, right? I wouldn't trust that.
I didn't. He beat
Oh,
me.
you did it? Yeah. Wow.
He even told me to pick any box and I'd win, and I didn't even.
Hey, you guys know that like, you never trust those things. You should know.
I'm not a poker player.
Is that better?
Who are you?
No, you can't
Why do you?
use it.
Why are you here? Why are you here? Go home.
Oh, so it's a straight split.
Go home, go.
Come on, you can't do that. They should make you pick.
He made
An
me
option.
pick. Oh, he's supposedly.
Yeah, that's bullshit, isn't it?
Shout straight away.
And I knew what it was. I knew,
Oh.
but I didn't have it. But I thought, I know you did. I thought this internet kid
Yeah.
clicking buttons, and I thought, no.
You know, there's like a
bluffing.
And
Netflix series kind of like based off that game. It's not as interesting as you think. Like, it's called like The Secret
I wonder
Millionaire.
if Harvey
I
turned
watched
off the
that.
wrong
I
mic when
like
he left
that.
the
I
room
like
just then.
It's okay once everyone starts to figure out that
Is that better? Can you hear me now? How's
if,
just,
if the millionaire is down, they get voted
Let us
out,
know, Trav.
and then someone else gets it.
Yeah, right.
So it's only
I can certainly see audio coming through on the headset there, so
Netflix. It becomes interesting when people are like,
Oh,
oh, I need to figure out who it is and not say shit. No, don't get rid
maybe
of it.
the table mic's up a bit loud as well, so just switch
So you're
that
best
down.
off knowing
I'm not the expert, I'm soloing it here just at the moment.
Yeah, so if he's got it at the end, does he win?
Yeah.
I can see Jacob
Okay, let's say there's 10 left. You know it's
back in the dealer's chair.
right? If you say Malcolm's got it, he gets voted out, and then someone else on the table will get it. Yeah. But the ending is sick. Like,
Yeah. You should watch Traders. Have you heard of Traders?
no.
It's kind of like that. It's
Okay.
popular in the UK, but it's like kind of like a mafia kind of thing.
Format?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good.
I watched the Korean one.
Oh, Devil's Plan.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah,
That's very
yeah.
good.
And there's so many poker
Yeah, so as
players.
I said,
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen both seasons?
I haven't seen the second.
see Jacob back in
Second
the
season's actually
in the chair.
How that guy who plays on
Doing a
the
nice
second
handy
one?
to Merlin. Under the gun, opens King 10 suited. See what else we see going around the table here. Linga's got a hand. She's probably going to play. She's at least calling, I'd say. She might even 3-bet. I don't know. Goes for the fold. Don't mind that either. Cautious little play there from Ling, and she would have been in good shape against the King 10. Now Lewis, the King 5-0, he's I'd say he probably defends, but I've been wrong a few times so far. As I said, we have seen these players, quite well-known players, and
4 raise 300.
That's the way Lewis has been playing, and he likes to 3-bet that one there too.
Why are you answering her straight
I
away?
didn't see that
Make
one
her wait.
coming,
She
but a
knows-
nice,
she's been
sorry.
playing the
nice
whole time.
3-bet
For her, it's ace
bluff,
king.
we
For
call that
everyone
one
else,
from
it's
the big
something
blind with the king 5-0.
I
He's
reckon
snuffed,
Ace
had a little bit of weakness
Deep
from
down,
early. He
I
got
think
some
we're
respect. He has been playing fairly snug, so
I play better.
respect shown from Nerlin. I like it.
But yeah, the
Back in the box, mate, and someone's playing musical microphones with us.
See this
They're
better.
swapping them over. Yours is mine and mine is yours. And
Yeah.
so
You set me up there.
I went out quickly for a quick break and turned off my mic. I actually turned off yours, because they're playing musical mics with us in here. So
we can kind of figure it out as the game's along, but it's so hard.
anyway, when we're both on, we're both on.
Yeah, that's right, you know. Got to keep it interesting for the viewers, you know.
You do, keep it interesting.
Keep
for us
on the
too.
ball.
Green guy that can't
So
see
Malcolm's picked up a few hands here. He gets 8s.
You know what we call the 8s? Nickname for the 8s, Harvey?
All the people
What,
they get,
two fat ladies?
Well, I've heard that in bingo. Certainly, 2 fat ladies. I've heard that. It's probably not politically correct these days. I don't know. I like it still. I always say it. I don't care if people. There's nothing wrong with it. But the snowman in poker.
Snowmen, yes.
I've heard it called the snowman. Might have a US thing. We don't really have too many snowmen in Australia here. So certainly in North America they have snow, and yeah, pocket 8s there. Raise and take it from Malcolm. Plenty of respect shown there as well. He's done well. He was a bit shorter than that when he first started this final table, and certainly not the shortest now. A couple of shorter stacks. We've got Phoebe on the shortest stack. She's still not quite in the danger zone. She's got, I think she's got over 10 bigs there. 12 or 13, I'd say. She's waiting for a hand very patiently. Nine-8 suited from Nerlin. Nice little call there. Beautiful hand, 9-8 suited. Looks very pretty. Just
on the flop there too.
Just a link called quiet, and this little bet's going to take that one down. And you see the V-pip come up there. There's been a few more hands now, so it's a little bit more relevant. We're up to maybe around hand 30, so you can see Phoebe, she's got 10%. That means she's played 3 hands, so pretty poor card distribution so far, I'd say, for Phoebe. Looking to find that hand and get her chips in and double up. She did jam earlier and got it through with the King Jack suited, and that helped her chip up, stay in the game. But, you've got to get hands when you're short. Eventually, the blinds keep going up and up and up. That's the way the tournaments work. So
that's all you're good for, Zach.
if you don't get hands, then you've got to do something creative and find the spots and work out when the best spots are and chip pots. And she's been able to do that so far. Each of these players have locked up 4K from the 1650 buy-in. And we all know they're only in for one bullet, being a freeze out. So they're all in profit. Good start to the series for some of the guys that only just came down yesterday. Lachlan Crilly arrived overnight. Phoebe, this is the first time I've seen her this week. So good to see. A bit of a interesting board there, all the big cards out, and we did see Jim make a pair of 5s and sneaks that win in, drags in a pot. So
now, Craig, we love our viewers to help us with the production as well. So tell us what you're hearing out there. I know we're pretty clear here in commentary. What about the table? Are you hearing the table out there, or are you just hearing a cacophony of noise? Because it actually does sound to us like it's pretty noisy. It's a very high ceiling, as you said, so it's a pretty echoey room, this. And
yeah, for sure.
we do want to get the table talk in, but we don't want to overwhelm you with just this you know, background sort of echoey noise as well. So you can always adjust levels, and as I say, I'm really just conscious of not having this just hubbub of noise in the background.
Yeah, we rely on our chat for a bit of quality control here.
It does sound like that to us, to be honest. I'm not hearing a heap of chat from the table, but I am hearing just feels like there's a hum of noise in the background. It's getting real busy in this room too, so that's the other thing.
Yeah, plenty of events going on at the moment. As I said, we've got the PLO going on, the mid-stage champs, Flight C and that, and the Goliath as well. So plus this, and it's going to build up all the way to the end of the week. It's going to get really busy, a lot of money, a lot of prize pools, a lot of big players, big names in town. And the streaming is now full steam ahead. So we see Nerlin open 9-7 suited from the cutoff, and Lockie's defended the Jack-9. Nerlin does make a pair, so I'd say he will bet at this, like with the... Does have a few queens in his range. Obviously, we can see he's got the 7, but he's going to sort of be representing that queen, and a bit of pressure on Lockie here to see. I don't know if he's got the call. He's got what we... he's got a BDFD here, yes. And that's about it. He's got both back doors. He's got the back door straight and the back door flush draw.
Look interested to me, but it's only 70k.
He's got to go run a runner.
1.7 stack, so...
To get either of the flush or the straight.
He'll be doing the math, you see. Oh, he's going to raise.
Oh, yeah, I'll actually.
There you go.
And see, if he didn't have the 9 of diamonds, he probably wouldn't have done this, I don't think, just with the back door straight. So he's putting Nerlin to the test here. Maybe he picked up on that sizing from Nerlin that he mightn't bet that size if he had the queen. I don't know. I think it would have. I don't know. He's going for it. I like it. I like it. He's putting Nerlin to the test. It has been a pretty conservative play style so far on this table. And Lachlan might have been observing that too. So he's like, look, no one here is really getting after it. If I get after it here, I could just run over them. And
he's not running over him though. It was a time bank chip to give him a little bit more time, and then he's decided to come in with the call.
So this is an interesting turn card. Obviously, Nerlin would love to see another 7. That is not the card Nerlin wants to see, but because Lachlan did put in that check raise on the flop, the ace does make it interesting. You can imagine if Lachlan did have the queen here and then the ace come, he might slow down. So
he does.
He's playing it like he's got the queen. Now, I have to see what Nerlin does here. I'd expect, Nerlin will most likely check because he does beat the draws that Lachlan does check raise a lot there with. So he does have what we call just showdown value and a bluff catcher.
As for the time bank.
Yeah, he's taking his time with it. He's thinking it through.
Wouldn't be surprised to see a bet here.
Yeah,
to be honest.
If he's putting Lachlan on that check raise with the draw, and the draw didn't come in, no draws got there then, he might try and deny Lachlan some equity or make him pay for it and take it down. Looks what he's doing.
Okay.
And Lachlan gets away. Well played, Nerlin. So
well played, Harvey, for someone who doesn't know anything about it. You called that bet.
You've done well. You've done well.
That was real. That was good play because.
Good play by both players.
Yeah.
We're both greedy.
Gee whiz,
it's impossible. It's impossible to have chemistry on this FT.
It's an amazing play. I like it. That's both players.
No offense to anyone else.
Every player on this table is
me and Jim have been flirting the whole time, mate.
very high quality.
Someone tap me on that.
Yeah, you've been to have a beer, hand delivered.
Thanks for the feedback too, guys, on the audio. Just feels so different to Melbourne, where we had that single table upstairs and it was so quiet and you could hear every word on the final table, and felt like you were in a James Bond movie. And you come here and it's just all action and all noise.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like the Australian Poker Tour does move around Australia on different stops, and the venues aren't always the same. Just going to see what unfolds here. We've got the Queens from Nicholas Lee, and he's coming off the shorter stack here, off 15 bigs or so. So he's open to just the 2x, and Dane's found the 9s. Both Sydney players, they would have played each other before, both from Kings, I believe.
I love how Lockie folds that out of the small blind.
Yeah, that is
such an attractive hand.
It is, yeah.
Jack 10
and
suited.
it just comes down to the situation of a final table with all the money up top and finding the best spots to do it. You know, not gambling. You know, like they're sort of trying to take that gamble and variance out of it by just playing sort of very snug.
Well, it was a good fold because Dane's hit his tricks here.
He's done him. See, because that's the thing. If you got Jack 10 suited, like it's a beautiful hand. You can make royal flushes. You can make flushes. You can make straights. But then when you make top pair, you got a weak kicker. It's not that strong, and you'd be drawing dead against Dane here. So Phoebe did come along. She's off the shorter stack. She's going to defend just the min raise here, and she does have that gut shot. I think we'll see something out of Dane this time round. He did check the flop. So size what he goes for, just a
single 100k chip,
just a small bet. Interesting. It's a lot of a.
He's got that hidden set, and it's just be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Nicholas now with the Queens.
And I mean, Queens might come along just for that small sizing. He's sort of, he's played it well for that particular hand. I mean, there is a lot of danger on that board, though, potentially with a lot of rivers.
Off he goes.
But Queens gets away too. Yeah, nice fold. Dane chipping up now, the big chip leader here. Is he up to about 3 million chips, good enough for 60 bigs? So he's in a great position. See a bit of movement behind the table there. You can see Tony Hasham, the owner of the Australian Poker Tour.
Hugging everyone.
Yeah. Oh,
kissing everyone.
Giving that's Asana Miri, I believe. It's the first time I've seen him today. He loves it. Wonder if he drove in or he dropped in on his helicopter. Maybe there's a helicopter down the road. I'm not sure, helipad down the road, and he's come in. He's a pilot, of course.
Probably landed in the car park here. It's an enormous joint.
That is plenty of space out here. Plenty of parking. Jim raises it up here with the ace-2 suited. And Lockie's got a suited ace here as well. On the button. Interesting if he goes with check or 3-bet. Knowing Lockie and the way he played that last straight with, it's one of those ones where you'd like to just take it down with a 3-bet, but if you do get called, it can play all right with that flush draw. So
his read's good, isn't it?
He's going for it now. I think Lockie's just sensed that this table is playing very snug and tight, and he's going to start taking it on. He's probably got, knowing Lockie's probably got a couple of mates on the rail and giving him the feedback that these players are just playing very snug and very ICM aware. And the last few hands we've seen Lockie play, he has taken that spot, the aggressive route, and he's adapting, you know. And interesting to see how this plays out if in that flop. Obviously, both different flush draws, and it is a hand you do want to see a flop with the ace-2.
He's not playing this, surely.
I don't know. He might make a snug fold, and there you go. See, yep. And I know technically he was ahead there, but ace-6 suited. That's a 3-bet bluff. That's a
But they're
that's
just
the one
been-
you're trying to get one through.
But
There,
they're so snug.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean,
and
you know,
he's
this is
taken
the-
advantage.
Yep.
I would be guessing if I am that Lockie has got some feedback from people watching this and just said, look, you know, we saw that fold with the queens from Lewis. We saw the fold from Ling with the ace king, and they're not bad folds. They're good. They're actually correct folds.
I'd be surprised if they're all not getting, you know, the guys are stepping away from the table pretty regularly. I'm sure they're checking their phones or
It is part of the game, getting that updates. And
So I'm sure they're
I'd
well
be
aware
guessing,
how snug it is.
Yeah, and not
I
snug
didn't
as
see
in
the card, but
bad
it was
placement.
face down.
No.
It's just conservative play.
We've seen
There's
some
no one at the
fantastic
table.
folds.
There's no one at the table. There's no one at the table going berserk. You know, like if we had a Sportelli at the table or a Noel Jaber who we're going to see in the Origin, both are in the Origin.
Yeah, it'd be
you know,
completely different the texture to this final
you
table.
know, getting out of line. Like you said, you watched the World Series, you would have seen Nicholas Rigby, the big guy from I think he's from Philadelphia or somewhere, is he? And he loves getting in there with the dirty diaper, the 2-3-0, and making some plays. Haven't seen any of that, which we'd expect.
Dane's got nines again here.
Yeah, nines. They say it's the most flopped set, and it flopped a set last time. So if it flops it again, then I mean, there's no question in the world. 7-8 Jack. He does have a gut shot. No.
Hit bottom pair.
Yeah, bottom pair. Does have the straight draw that could develop if need one of the Dane's nines to come out. So,
well, that would get spicy.
Yeah. I mean, interesting. No, it's just taking the check. Yeah, he's not get too many chips in there just with bottom pair yet. Here comes Dane. Got second pair, so it's probably good. He might have bet that Jack Nerlin, so he sort of sensed that. And I don't know. We'll see if Nerlin keeps him honest with just the 7 here. He does. Yeah.
Thank you.
And the 6 puts the 4-liner out there. Any 5 would make a straight, and I don't know how many 5s Nerlin would have there. He'd probably have the ace-5 suited, but
Check.
Yeah, I think they're both happy to check that down, and
yeah,
they do.
Yep, fair enough. Check, and Dane will rack another pot in, building that chip lead up there. $3.6 million. The next closest behind him is Ling Lu with 2.4. So he is sort of not running away with it yet, but he is making a nice. He is making some nice hands and building up that stack. So
we've got 9 players sitting there. He's got more than 25% of the chips, so that's pretty good.
Yeah. Said one of the players from the Kings rooms. I've seen him had a few cashes at Kings and won a few nightlies, and I believe this would be a chance at his career high score. Be a nice one to get on your mantelpiece. As a chip leader with that many chips, Dane can sort of, start really putting the pressure on these players too, because with the ICM pressure, because there is a short stack there with Phoebe, and someone like Ling, even though she's got 2.3 million, she doesn't want to bust before Phoebe or Nicholas Lee, so he can really start getting after it. We'll see if he does that. Now he's got that big chip lead.
Well, he's decided to bet with pretty much nothing, and
he probably
just got to see what it is. 60k. Probably just going to get a call here, I would have thought.
Yeah. I think Lee Ling is just going to let him bet
Now
and
hits
call. And
Dane. And he decides to go again.
You'll see another call from Ling here. No reason to raise, I don't think. I think she'll still be liking her hand here.
Absolutely, she's got the world here, so see.
She'd love to see the ace of clubs, but she doesn't need it, of course. She's the best hand, and she's to the front now.
I wonder if Dane's
just
trying to keep telling the story here.
Well, Dane's got a 10, so I mean, he doesn't really need to turn it into a bluff, I don't think. I mean, he doesn't have clubs though, so
it's about 120.
Yeah, 120 is just
going to raise it. She's just going to call.
Just going to call, yeah.
No, yes, she did. Just
yeah, she just called. Yeah.
Nice pot for Ling.
Yeah, he went 3 streets there. Only small and not too much damage, but nice pot for Ling, and she'll sort of catch up a little bit here. She's building a nice chip stack as well. She stacks them all together. If you've seen around Australia and around the world, there's this craze catching on that operators are doing competitions to see who the fastest chip stackers are.
No, I haven't seen that.
They're quite fun to watch. Basically, they give you 3 stacks stacked up and they mess them all up. And it's a competition. They give you a shot clock. You have to stack them all up back neatly and then stop the clock and see who does it the fastest. And generally the fastest people, all these competitions I've seen win it, they're all bloody dealers, as you'd expect.
As you'd expect.
Particularly casino dealers, because they're used to doing it for like table games and all that sort of stuff. But there is a skill stacking chips fast. I'm no good at it.
Very bored poker players too, probably. Here's Nicholas with the Cowboys.
That's what you want to see off the short stack. He's got 10 bigs here. He likes to go for a little min raise, I believe. And
he's going to get a customer here.
He will. But Ling, such a small raise when you're off 10 bigs. If you had a hand that didn't want to call, mate, you'd just rip it.
She's going to... I think she's raising here.
Raising? I don't know. She is she? She's out of position. She might elect to. She's obviously going to get called if she does. It looks like a raise. That's a lot of chips.
It's a considerable raise, that.
And
360.
Yeah, 360, obviously.
Yeah. What does Nicholas do? He's only got 500 behind.
Well, I mean, the thing is, he can elect just to call, but if he just calls,
he's gone.
He's telegraphing he's got it.
He's
so
gone.
if he calls,
he's all in.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got it in really well here too. He's got the king queen dominated. He just doesn't want to see any hearts on the board.
So
all in call.
It's Nicholas at risk here.
First one for the final table. Nick needs his Cowboys to hold.
Ling,
4-1 favourite.
He is. Ling would be hoping to see some hearts.
After 2 hours of play on the Dracakis final table, we have our first all-in end call. Queen, king. At risk, we have king.
Kings is probably the one hand that Ling didn't want to see.
Kings up against king, queen of hearts.
She's in good shape against 10s, 9s, 10s, jacks. King, queen, those. She wants to see at least one heart on the board. There's one. It's 2.
She actually gets 2
and the queen.
So we're now bang, coin toss, 50-50 here.
Yeah, and if Ling just attempted to just called here, you know, she's not going anywhere on that flop anyway. Got to fade the heart.
Oh, another queen.
We weren't looking out for the queen. Wow.
It's just the king now. There's only one in the deck.
Oh.
To save Nicholas.
One out, bang.
And Ling comes from miles behind. And we have our first elimination, finally, on this Dracakis Player Championship final table.
Yeah.
Well played to Nicholas Lee.
Yeah, well played, Nicholas. He did have a lot of support in the chat, so good to see. Unfortunately,
like you hardcore
your
like
mate's
that.
busted, but well played, Nicholas. Only the 4K, but you said you're only one for bullet in the freeze out, so you've done well there, and you can jump in. I'm sure he'll be jumping in the next event, and he probably jump straight into the Goliath now and try and win the huge money up top there, and another chance for the Dracakis ring. Yeah, brutal. I agree.
What's up?
The King Queen of Hearts, all I was talking about was the hearts there, and didn't even consider the Queens.
We have one now. We have one.
If Martin Cabrell was at the table, he would have done the not like that.
Jim wants to
And
extend it.
the Trip Queens is a sick way to bust the Kings.
Okay.
That's poker,
It's not.
unfortunately.
Someone's got content to make. Right?
Ling's taken the chip lead, so Towers the chips in front of her. Look, and she's got them right up to her chin almost there. That's must be a stack of 60, I think.
Someone raised?
Ling is a player that will go after it now with the chip lead. She won't sit back and wait for other people to bust. She will be putting pressure on the short stacks. We've got Phoebe Yan, sub 10 bigs now, so she can put pressure on the bigger stacks as well because they don't want to bust before Phoebe. But Phoebe's she's just laddered up $700. 4,700 is the next placing for 8th, as we see. Merlin defended the big here and did flop top pair, so pretty sorry. Pretty dangerous sort of board for the Queen 6, but he'll be just checking around just to know that he's got the showdown value, and hopefully it just goes check through and he's going to take that one down. So little pot goes his way.
I was protecting my shit brain. My shit brain. Just in case.
I was trying to get to showdown.
You can see the chip counselling is up the top now, courtesy of that knockout of Nicholas Lee. There's Sydney locals, both of them.
That's good problems to have, Ling. Very good problems. Very good problems, Ling.
Why be sick if I...
And can we get our first female winner of the series so far?
Will I be sick if I find out how much that
I
costs?
think. I could be wrong. I haven't actually been checking the Australian Poker Tour's Facebook and socials as much as I should have been, but I don't believe we have had one of the ladies win a trophy yet, and I'm sure at least one or two ladies will win an event as they always do. So Ling could be the first one as I scroll through. Just make sure I'm accurate with that. Now this hand we've got Phoebe's found a hand to jam her 5. What's her? She's got just under 9 bigs, I believe, 8 or 9 bigs. And of course, Jim wakes up with Ace King in the big blind, as you do.
Do you take 6, 7, 8?
Probably roll her eyes and like, how do you have that hand?
Take that.
But she's not dead. She's got the 9s and the flush draw working for her. So this is going to be our second all-in of the final table. Phoebe's Ace-9 suited at risk. Jim's got the Ace-King. We've got Jacob. He's just eliminated one player with his dealing a couple of hands ago, and now the action dealer is, I believe they're just waiting for the microphone to come up and announce this over the room. We'll see what the flop is about to bring.
The coach, Jim Pizanis. Let's see a flop, guys.
There'll be players cheering for Jim. There'll be players cheering for Phoebe. Who we got in the chat? Oh, wow, and again we get an interesting flop. Well done, Jacob. Got Jake. Phoebe takes the lead there with the 9, of course, but Jim's got that diamond working, and the Queen, she's faded so far. Phoebe has to fight, fade the diamond and the king, and the river is a banked. Oh no. GG's Phoebe in the chat. Well played. $4,700 for you, and we will see you in the Origin for sure. That ladies sit and go is going to be broadcast round 2, I believe, on Saturday. That will be great to watch, and we'll get to see Phoebe back again in action. But for now, she's going to have to settle with 8th place, $4,700. The first time I've seen her this series, the first day she's been here, I believe, and that's a great start. 1650 and a freeze out up to 4,700. Well done. We lose the second player. Down to 7 players now. And Jim rakes in a nice pot there, and so he's chipped up there. He's up to 3rd in chips. There'll be a lot of support for him. A lot of the Sydney guys will be cheering for him, that's for sure. He's got a big group of friends that travel around, and I've seen him all over Sydney, so he's repping the Kings hoodie. Should I say that? He's taken the hoodie off now. Must be getting a bit hot up there under the lights, I think.
Just ran to the bathroom, Craig. I had to go through the incredible sports bar here to get to the bathroom. It's trivia night out there. They're just getting going. You might lose me. Well, I love a trivia night.
That's right. I was actually going to say that when you were talking about the venue earlier, because we were here on the Wednesday last week and setting up and getting everything ready, and yeah, they did have the big trivia. It was packed.
It is packed out there.
But the other thing, and they all had I've got some special on a Wednesday night too, but they all had a big schnitzel, a lot of schnitzels out there. I love it.
Yeah, it's Palmer night.
Big pub feed from their bistro.
No, it's a great joint. If you are in Sydney, I know it's a bit of a drive if you're not over in the west, but get over here. This is just a fantastic venue. Come play a bit of poker, have a feed.
Yep.
You've missed trivia night, but probably tomorrow night they'll have something else on.
They got the wood-fired pizzas as well.
Yes, I thought you were going to say they got the wood chopping. That would have been...
Well, I don't know, maybe. I mean...
Good spot here, the Bella Vista.
Yep. We just saw our second elimination.
Yes.
And it was another great flop and masterful work by Jacob, who's just left the table, but Phoebe jammed her last 9 bigs in with ace-9 of clubs. Jim woke up with ace-king in the big blind with the ace of diamonds. Phoebe flopped the 9s on all diamonds. Faded the turn. The river was the diamond. See you later, Phoebe. I called it as best as I could. You probably would have called it better, but I did my best. I
wasn't that far away. I did see that from the back of the booth here, but this is a nice flop here for
Cruz flopped all of that there. Jim's raised what's what we call a monotone board, all spades. Lachlan obviously can see he's got the spade and the queen working, so generally monotone boards like that, we've got to be a bit cautious if we're going to bet we'll get small, and Jim's just done that. Just north of 1 big blind, called by Lockie.
Nothing there for Jim.
Now he picks up a gut shot as well. I mean,
yes.
As you can see, his percentage has gone up to 94%.
Nobody.
He's just got to fade one of the 2 aces.
Yeah.
He decides to
2 outs is, when you say 2 outs, they normally come.
You're right.
Obviously, the ace of spades is no help for him. So
What about the rest of us?
It's not in the deck anyway. So
let's see what the
Configuration now.
Yeah, you figured out the code.
Jim's continued firing at it. So I'd expect Lockie just to call here and let Jim continue telling his story, whatever it is. When I've got it, but you don't have it because I've got it. that is what we call... What do we call a river that changes nothing, Harvey?
A river that changes nothing?
Yeah. What do
That's
we
what
call
we
it?
call it, a river that changes nothing.
We refer to it as a building material.
A brick.
A brick.
But
I'm just testing you out here. I'm getting you warmed up for this.
But I'll tell you what, it's funny how the two on the river, which is normally a brick, it tends to somehow change things very often. Very often.
Yeah, it's amazing. Well, as a player, you can see, as a player, you don't see the cards and that. And you can think, that doesn't change anything.
Yeah. Sometimes it changes things a lot.
Next minute, Jim's got pocket deuces there. I mean, it's a brick unless Jim's got pocket twos, so, which he didn't. But, Lockie pulls that one in and he's building that stack up. So we don't have a short stack now because the Malcolm's got 920k, about 18 bigs, I believe, and that is plenty for him to work with his experience. He'll be still, even though he's a shorter stacker, he'll be backing himself to win this.
How about Ling vaulting to the chip lead here?
Yeah, that last knockout got her up there.
A Joker lad in the chat there just asking where this is held. This is at the Bella Vista Hotel in Sydney, out towards the... We are west, aren't we?
Yeah,
we're west. Out Parramatta way.
We're sort of the hills area. Kellyville, Castle Hill.
Castle on the Hill.
Yeah, that sort of area in Sydney, if you know any of those places. That's where we are, and it's a sort of a newer area. Bella Vista's a sort of a newer suburb, I guess.
There's beautiful sounding suburbs, isn't it?
Big
Bella Vista.
Big houses out this way on small blocks, actually. Yeah. Yeah, it's
big houses on small blocks.
Interesting, yeah. Like we joke about these places, the subdivisions out here, the small blocks and the big houses, and if you go to the bathroom and you put your hand out the window, you can shake your neighbour's hand because there's no. Yeah, we joke about that. But
trying to think of down in Melbourne if we've got a similar one with a beautiful exotic name. I mean, the joke down in Melbourne is Sunshine, the suburb of Sunshine.
Oh, yeah,
I've heard that. Oh, wow.
Sounds like,
Nah.
John Denver fans live there?
Yeah.
Didn't he sing Sunshine?
He's on my shoulder, but yes, certainly the most... hello to everyone from Sunshine, but...
beautiful part of the world.
Beautiful name. Beautiful name.
I got a funny story about Sunshine. It doesn't involve the town, but let's see what's going on first.
So getting asked, is there a massage service here? Is that a joke of a question, do you think? Or they seriously want to know if there's a massage service?
Well, I think like sometimes we have best hands massage and stuff following the tours around. I haven't seen them here yet, to be honest. I'm not sure. I'd be surprised if they weren't here because...
Well, there's normally...
Players love the massages at the tables.
Someone coming around with one of those little reverse chairs.
Sometimes the massage going to start a few days later once there's more players here. I haven't seen them here yet, but we will find out.
So, all of a sudden, Dane...
Turns Broadway.
And hey, there's a brick.
Actually, there's a brick. You're learning. I like it. And I should have tested you out. What's that called? What's that straight called, Harvey?
So
you watch musical. You watch musicals in New York. Okay. There.
So Nolan's called that a 100k bet with the king, and of course, Dane's taken that down.
What we call that Broadway.
Broadway. I'll just come, please.
The top straight, mate.
Please.
Broadway, mate.
Please.
Not just testing you. I'm just testing out the viewers at home. Might be some new viewers, and I want to,
It's interesting. Someone asked about the massage.
You were thinking about it?
No, well, I had probably one of the funniest things happen. You know when someone makes a joke and they don't even realise that they've made a great joke? I was at the pub with my mates last week, and there's a massage joint right across the road from the pub.
Yep.
Make up your own mind what sort of massage joint it was, but One of the guys said, that used to be a good place, but they've changed hands. And he didn't even realise that he said it.
That is a good one, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to refrain from telling jokes, certainly in this stint. Told some shockers on air previously, and generally dad jokes and stuff like
Fair
that.
enough.
I'm going to pass. I'm not going to put our audience through it.
No, well, look, the good news for the audience is we're not far from a break, and you're getting ejected at the break. No, we both going to take a 30-minute break with the players pretty soon.
Yeah, well, that's... how long have we got?
Not long. Not long.
I'm going to take a break, and I've got to get back to editing a podcast.
Well, you do that because we've got a couple of very, very special guests coming in. That's why I ran out to try and organise our next couple of commentators. So
yeah, and I might give a shout out to the Poker Pulse podcast, which I work on with Kathy, who's doing the media here, and Troy McLean. I've got a podcast that we've recorded, and I've got to finish editing that. That's going to be coming out tomorrow night on YouTube. You can check out Poker Pulse podcast on Facebook, Instagram. So if you're interested in Australian poker, we've got some special guest, Corey Van Jay, on that, who is a commentator himself. So he'll be coming onto our podcast. You'll see that, and he's got some interesting stuff to talk about. You might be able to guess what that is. I'm not going to say. You can guess. And also, we see this hand play out. As we can see, Ling's got the best hand here. Luce just has the ace high. He missed the, he had a wheel draw, but bricked that one. Does have the ace of hearts that he could represent and the nuts, but he doesn't. Ling will take it in. The other thing that I should give a shout out to is the Australian Poker Schedule website. Check that one out. That's where we can find out all the series around Australia. You can find the schedule for APT. There's a link to that. You can find a link to their website. You can also check out the schedule on AustralianPokerTour.com. You can go straight to it. And our social media for APT is APT Live on Facebook, Australian Poker Tour _ on Instagram. And if you're watching in the chat, make sure you like and subscribe, because then you can get notified when we're on and all the streaming happening this week, including the State of Origin.
We will be streaming every day now through to finish, so the notification will let you know when we start, but anytime you turn on any evening coming up, we are going to be on. Hasn't Ling done well here? I'm hoping she doesn't bump the table and knock all those chips over, but she's been really impressive.
Yeah, she's played a very strong player.
So again, just in the chat there, try and come on around sort of 5 or 6 o'clock. It does depend on where a particular tournament's at with our streaming as well. So this one we started about 10 to 6 after the dinner break.
There's generally going to be a final table on every day.
Pretty much
in the evening.
There's one day that we'll do 2 days of the Goliath. Yeah. So we'll get the Goliath, sort of getting towards the final table, and then do the final table of that. Of course, main event will be probably Sunday, Monday, say, and
the State of Origin on Saturday. That's if you want to see the best players in the country. I believe Joe Hasham will be here.
He is coming. Joe's
captain
sick at the moment. That's why he's not here. He's a bit crook, but he's...
I think a lot of people picked a few little bugs up in Vegas. Coming back and just doesn't around. Yeah, wants to give it a few days. So he'll be here for State of Origin, captaining Victoria once again.
You know why you didn't care about this, man?
It's a great format, that. I really do love the team aspect. And your decision making doesn't just affect you, it affects everyone that is part of your team.
Yeah. We've got a few bracelets holders featured in the State of Origin. Just thinking how many off the top of the head we have. James Obst, I'm not sure if anyone's familiar with him. He is in the South Australian team. He's got a couple of bracelets.
He's had some success in Vegas too, hasn't he?
Yeah. Obst is known as Mr. Australia over there. He plays a lot of mixed games. He won a 25k 8 game at the Poker Go studio earlier this year as well. Yeah, he's an unbelievable player. Like, he's Mr. Australia in terms of the mixed game scene nowadays. He won a bracelet last year in the 7-card stud. He added that to his 10-card, 10K's Raz bracelet, I believe, a few years before that. And yeah, he's just an incredible player. So he's one of the bracelet holders in the State of Origin. Of course, Martin Trainer, who we've already mentioned because he's on this table, he's in the New South Wales team. He has the WSOP bracelet. Joe Hasham, obviously the main event 2005 world champion. Who else have we got with the bracelet?
Who's his offsider? The loose as a goose offsider.
Who's that?
You mentioned him earlier.
Sportelli?
Sportelli.
Well, he definitely doesn't have a bracelet.
No, but he's playing, isn't he?
He's playing. He's one of the icons, yeah. In the... he's the icon for the adopted Aussies, being Italian.
Yep. Okay.
Heritage and very loud, definitely iconic. And very generous guy. Gave me a lot of chips in a tournament once, which gave me my biggest score for no reason at all. Just... yeah, so I really appreciate it. Adrian Sportelli, legendary guy, loud. You'll love watching that if he's on the feature table at any stage, which I'm sure he will be. And Jackie Glazier, we're seeing her here. I'm excited about that. She's
I didn't even know that.
She's in the Victorian team.
How good's that?
She's a WSOP Europe
Yes.
bracelet holder. She won the ladies event over there quite a few years ago now, but she's still in the poker scene. She's an ambassador for APL, and she'll
I
be
did not know she was coming. That's going to be great.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah,
Yep.
she's a really great ambassador for the game. A lot of the female players in poker look up to her.
Oh, she was the
she's the poster girl for Australian
poster girl. I
female
was going to
poker.
say she broke the
yeah.
glass ceiling really for for female players.
And she was on Survivor at least once. I think twice. The second time she lasted about one episode.
She wasn't a survivor the second time, but she... Come on, I'm doing the jokes, mate.
Yeah, well, you're good at jokes. I'll leave the jokes to you. My jokes are terrible, I'm told.
Thank you.
I did like the massage one, though. That was
that worked well. So anyway, we're just sort of winding down here towards our dinner break, which is a 30-minute break. Come back with one of Australia's...
What are they showing on the break? Have they got anything special lined up for the break?
No, it's a chance for everyone to go and get some dinner, I think. But we just...
I might throw some...
we don't do anything. We go and have a break. But I'm going to come back with talking to female players. One of Australia's premier female players going to join me in commentary to pick up this Dracakis championship. And I think Liam Murray might be coming in too. So... looking forward to that. One of the great joys of what I do here is chatting away with our poker pros, finding out a little bit about them and let them commentate this because they're way better at reading the play than I am. Such an education, and that's part of this stream too. I hope there's at least some people out there watching this and learning how to play, figuring out what you do in certain situations, and who better to teach you than a table full of very, very accomplished poker players like this.
Yeah, it's been a high quality table so far. A lot of the high quality plays, some huge folds, some couple of big bust out hands which were interesting. And these players do deserve a well-deserved break.
I think the biggest lesson you learn as a novice player is patience. I think
what was that?
Patience.
Yeah,
I think you watch this and you realise you've got to have enormous patience. And if you haven't got the fortitude to sit there and wait and read and stay alert, and you just can't make it in this game. It's be able to lay hands down.
There is... Oh, what have we got here? Fours. Oh, flops a set. And of course, Ling's got the king high flush draw.
So we could be seeing something
This is going to be a fun hand.
Isn't it light?
125. 125.
So Jim was bet out with the set of fours. And it's not going anywhere, obviously. So there's the call.
Interesting turn. So it doesn't really change a lot.
No, her outs are up there. There's only 5 of them. You can see 3 of those outs have been folded.
Just a spade for Ling. I don't know if she'll.
Yeah,
I don't think she'll
if
call.
it's too big a bet here. Probably going to get her off it.
She's only got the king off flush draw, and she's got no other draw. Like if she's got no other draw, so she'll just.
It's 225 into a
half
800k
pot,
pot, so.
Or was that the 805 with that 225
Yes, that's
on
right.
it? So I think it was 600 before we bet. So about third pot, and added on there. Okay, so. For that price, she could be interested, yeah. I mean,
well, she's playing the odds there. It's 4-1, and she needs a spade. So
yeah. Although she doesn't want a spade that pairs the board, I don't believe.
no,
the only
well,
one
that's
that could,
the other thing that could be.
the 8 of spades is
Yeah, this could be a big problem. if
dangerous.
it's an- if
That's
it's
the
an 8 of
that's the
spades.
one card that you know.
Oh well, she's
Oh.
raised, and
She checked
Jim's
raised.
gone all in. Here we go. She's not calling 840.
she's
No.
not- she might actually regret that because
Yeah.
she's lost a chance at the equity there. But no, I don't blame it. She just didn't put Jim on such a strong hand, which you don't like those sneaky sets like that. That's why they're so dangerous, because you don't see it. Now, I did want to mention one other story, and this gives hope to everyone. The PLO high roller.
Yes, I was going to talk about this before you left.
Oh,
yes.
were you?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. Well, would you believe that, you can just come and play your first ever tournament, and it's a 2.2k PLO high roller, and you've got some of the best PLO players in Australia playing. Andy Lee, who's won a WSOP online PLO bracelet. And then a guy comes out, he's his first ever tournament, 2.2k high roller, PLO, wins it. Dominic Morello.
One of the great stories.
Like, how good is poker? I mean, I don't know if that's what they're saying. That's what was reported.
No,
I mean,
it's apparently it's correct.
It's astounding. His photos up there on the Australian Poker Tour Facebook page, Instagram, APT Live. Dominic Morello, 31k. Well done. Michael O'Grady was also in that field. He's one of the OGs of Sydney poker scene, and there's a lot of good players in that as well. And just takes it down. That smashed the prize pool too. That event, they had a 60k guarantee, and a couple of people were saying, "Oh, I don't think they might make that guarantee." And I hope they didn't bet that, because it well and truly smashed it. It was a 60k guarantee. Top 2 played 51 between them. It's like nearly 80k, 85k in that prize pool, 40, 50 runners in the 2k. Anyway, we've got to look at this hand because there's an all-in.
Yes.
Lewis.
9.
Just goes to show. Lewis folded queens earlier. Now he's all in with them.
1,015,000.
Is that risky if he gets called? I don't think we'll see a call from Dane. Not for that much. A million chips. That's a lot of big blinds. A lot of big blinds. 15 or so. Out of his stack, like 3.1. He is a chip leader.
That's a time bank chip. That is not a call chip.
Yeah, true. Yeah. I'm not sure. I can't see.
That's okay, don't worry.
He's definitely
I can't
interested.
see him calling. I can't see him calling. He's still got Lynn back behind him, and I mean, a million chips at this stage of the game.
Okay. I'm just asking.
It's not quite 20 bigs, but yeah, when you got to play behind
And
you.
also Ling behind him with a huge chip stack too.
He
So
does make the good fold, and Ling will quickly bin her ace-5 as well.
That is a question.
Lewis picks up that pot. He probably did want some action, but he survives.
You're looking at everyone. No, I just
See the 7 players left there.
I didn't even tell you, let's make it short.
Dane Allright, the chip leader, Ling up there as
Jim's
well.
breaks, mate.
Malcolm is the short stack.
He's the coach.
If you cut Jim's breaks, you'll cut yours.
Still very
Alright?
dangerous.
Don't get home tonight.
Yeah, so even if you've never played a Dragon tournament, just come down, just win.
it's just
Just easy
it's
game, isn't it?
such a great story.
I
Wins
misplayed my
30k
hand
in
against
his
you.
first tournament. It's outrageous.
I mean, he must like
Oh, he must play a lot of PLO, probably
maybe he
home
plays
games.
cash or
Cash, yeah, but
you know,
yeah,
maybe he
that's-
watched Daniel Negreanu's YouTube video on the train on the way in, or the bus or something, you know. Cale Burns, who we all know, he won Lord's Poker Tour last Voco. He went over to Vegas and he final tabled a 8-game tournament, and he doesn't even play half the games. He read them on a plane on the way over.
It's just that there are some crazy
Obviously,
poker
a crusher
stories.
at Hold'em and PLO, and the high-low and up, but the stud games he wasn't an expert at, and he said he read a book on the way over.
So just got an all in here. This is the last hand before the break.
Oh, is it?
And
Okay,
I
we
think
go.
Lockie has folded there. He has. So, Craig Abernathy, thank you so much for
Yeah,
joining me
it's
for the
been
last
fun.
couple of hours.
It's
We're
been
going to take a 30-minute dinner break and let people at home have a little break too. But make sure you come back. As I said, we've got one of
30 minutes.
Australia's
What did you
premier
want?
female players coming in. Let's tell you who it is. You're going to have to come back and listen. And another couple of special guests as we work our way down to a winner here of the Dracakis Player Championships at the Australian Poker Tour. See you soon.